Hi everyone, welcome to Passion Dallas. I'm really excited to have our guest today. Her name is Kelly Isetta. She is a life coach, a speaker, and now a published author. And we can't wait to hear everything that she is passionate about today. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. I know that you have so much to share with the audience. You were a life coach way before anybody really knew what being a life coach is. So I can't wait to hear all about you. Who is Kelly Isetta? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I just born and raised in Los Angeles, and I ended up in the sales and marketing arena for many years, and in that learned a lot about human behavior and worked with different kinds of personalities and needed to manage all of them, and then I just really developed a passion for helping women specifically because I saw that we as women, we tend to do things to trip ourselves up, and much more so than men. I mean, men do a lot of these things as well, but I've been speaking on 5 different continents, all over Asia, all over Europe, all over the US and Australia, and I realized we all struggle with the same garbage.
Yeah.
And I just felt compelled to really point out the things that we have control over to women, so that at least if we can get that out of our lives, that junk out of our minefield, you're not going to fix everything in life. Life's going to have its challenges.
Sure.
Political climate, kids' school, boss, whatever. But things that we have control over to get out of our lives that do nothing but steal our joy, that's what I really got passionate about, helping women to achieve.
Thank you for that. Because I agree that we need help in that arena. So thank you for recognizing that. Speaking of women, what do you think it is about us that it makes us that way? Why do we trip ourselves up?
I don't know the exact chemistry, but
it's something.
It is. Well, and if you think about it, men tend to be like bento boxes. If they are at work, it doesn't matter if they had a big fight with their wife that morning or something's going wrong in their personal life. When they get to work, they can kind of compartmentalize everything.
Right.
And now they're at work, so that's all that really is their focus. And then when you come home, no work. It's very easy for men to compartmentalize things. Women, we're more like, I heard it explained like a big mound of spaghetti.
Oh.
Where everything just touches everything else, especially when we, add into the whole multitasking thing. We just really, everything kind of spills over. So when we have a fight with our husband and we go to work, it's with us still. We can't compartmentalize very well like that. Some women have mastered it, of course, but most women, everything kind of spills into every area of their life. Right. And so I think that's probably the biggest difference.
So you've recently written a book,
yes,
which we want to hear about. And please tell everybody the name and everything. But tell us, most importantly, the message behind the book.
Well, the name of the book is How to Diffuse the Landmines That We Plant in Our Lives. Notice I said we plant. And again, like I shared, there's already things out there that make our lives difficult. There's already plenty of landmines in our minefield. And life is hard enough. And so we as women don't need to go out there and plant things like mommy guilt, victim mentality, comparison, gossiping. There's so many landmines. There's 12 different landmines that I talk about in the book. But I don't just talk about them. I go through, it's a workbook as well as a book, and I go through and I show you how to diffuse each one of the landmines. And, it's because I had to diffuse them myself.
Yeah.
So I know what a lot of these things can cause, destruction that they can cause in our lives. And that's where I just felt passionate about making sure I extended a hand to women that are dealing with the same junk and show them how to get
in the
rid of it.
battlefield
Yeah.
as we speak.
Exactly.
We focus a lot on impact and how people of the Dallas community are impacting others. What impact do you think that you are making in the lives of women?
Oh, wow. And I'm glad you asked that question because it's really, really been a lot of fun to witness the impact. I've been a speaker for over 2 decades, and you don't really see the impact. You get up on stage in front of 15,000 people and you share your information, and you don't a lot of times get to see what the fruit of that message went on to bear. And with the book, it's been completely different because people will send me emails, or they'll text me, or they'll do a review on Amazon and tell me how the book has changed their life, or tell me how the book has changed the life of their daughters. Or it's so fantastic for me to be able to be a part of their life and a part of the transformation that they're making. And I'm so proud of each and every one of them when they do make the hard decisions. It could be because, again, all of these landmines are a habit. And so to eradicate them from our minefield, it takes getting rid of a bad habit and substituting it with a good habit. And that's hard. That's hard to do. And I know it's hard to do, but I really want to just cheer for the women that make the decision.
I've heard that you have an affinity for dance. I've seen your affinity for dance. I've had the pleasure of being there in the audience and watching you dance. Can you tell everybody about your passion?
Absolutely, and it actually came from the chapter, one of the largest chapters in my book is on mommy guilt. And why I started back to dance was I was just out of shape. I was turning 40, and I walked up my stairs and I was so out of breath.
Yeah.
I said, if I don't do something right now, by the time I get to 50, I will be in really bad shape. And so I'm not somebody who enjoys the gym. I know there's a lot of people who really, really enjoy the gym. I don't. But I've always loved to dance. I've been a dancer my whole life, but I had gone away from it for over 2 decades, raising kids and putting their needs before mine for everything, which that's a landmine. Don't do that. And so I realized that we're like a pitcher of water, if you take the example, and all day long we are pouring into the lives of everyone around us, our children, our husbands, our significant others, our jobs, our bosses. We're pouring in. Women are just natural caretakers, and we just pour ourselves into everything that we do. And unfortunately, most of us don't take the time to refill the pitcher. Do things that replenish our energy. We only have a certain amount of emotional currency. Every morning we wake up, we have a certain amount of emotional currency, and if we're not careful of where we spend it, and if we're not careful about refilling the bank account, we become an empty vessel. And when we as women become empty vessels, it's really obvious. We are short-tempered. We are, we're frustrated. We're, I don't need to explain. Yeah. We know when we hit the empty, the needle goes to empty.
Yeah.
We know it. And that's why I got back into dance. I knew I needed to do something for me and to refill that emotional currency. And I started taking dance on Wednesday nights for 1 hour. You can take 1 hour a week for yourself. Go do something you love. And I started taking dance 1 hour a week, and it was amazing. I came home a different mom. I came home a different wife. I was happy. I hugged more. I laughed more. I played more. I was full. I had filled up my vessel, and
by 1 hour.
Yeah, just 1 hour. And we give our kids, we give our family 24/7. Even if we're at work, we're still juggling everything that we have to do for the family. And we have to take that time. And it doesn't need to be a whole lot of time. It doesn't need to be extreme things to do, but we've got to refill our vessel in order to keep pouring into others. And dance was that for me.
Yeah. Protect your emotional currency.
Yes.
And I love that phrase, by the way.
Thank you. And and protect your joy. That's
Protect
another
your joy.
big one that I when I coach, I share with women. Everything is about protecting your joy.
Yeah.
Because, if you can go through your day with your joy protected, you're going to have a great day.
Yeah, and we're allowed to be joyful, and we're supposed to be joyful.
Exactly.
We're not supposed to be, emotionally numb from everything else. So,
Right. And
that.
there are things during a day that will try to steal our joy. I mean, life is not perfect for anyone, but when you are in the right frame of mind, and you've diffused the insecurity landmine and people can't pull your strings or push your buttons, you've diffused the comparison landmine, and you're not trying to keep up with some crazy standard that society's put out there for you.
Right.
Once you've diffused a lot of the landmines that are in the book, it's a lot easier to protect your joy.
Right. Yeah, and love yourself.
Yeah.
I'd like to have from you, very wise woman that you are, one piece of advice that you can give our audience on how to live their best lives.
Oh, gosh. Well, first read the book.
Read the book.
That will really help you lead a really, really great life. But I really think is stop trying to please everybody else. There's no way you're going to please everyone all of the time. Our mothers told us that from the time we were little, and it is still true to this day. You cannot run yourself ragged trying to make everyone happy. Mm-hmm. And you have to do what's good for you. And what's good for you and what's healthy for you might not be what's healthy for your best friend.
Right.
And if they have different advice, I encourage each and every one of you women, have the confidence to know what's good for you, what serves you. Because if it doesn't serve you, it shouldn't be in your life. And we can't serve other people like we want to if we don't also serve ourselves. So, that word authentic is being thrown around all the time. And it's funny that it's now some new word. I hope that we've all been authentic with each other our whole lives. And, but that's really a good way of putting it, in the regard that, stop trying to be someone you're not. Stop trying to do for others things that don't serve you, and stop caring what people think about you. Care what God thinks about you, care what your family thinks about you. And beyond that, if people like you, and that's the thing, if someone likes me or doesn't like me, that's their decision. Mm-hmm. If someone respects me, that's my decision. I can't please everybody, but I can do the best job I possibly can to serve the people in my life and earn their respect in that regard, and that's really all that matters.
Right. That's brilliant.
So,
you don't have to like me, but I hope that you respect me.
And respect what I stand for. That's all.
Kelly, you are going to touch a lot of people, as you always do. I remember seeing you speak in a small forum, and you touched me that day, and I remember that speech. So you now have to tell everybody how they can find you, get a little piece of you, and of course, where they can buy your book.
Well, super. You can reach me on my website, which is www.truth.coach, not .com, .coach. And you can buy the book on the website. It'll take you directly to Amazon. That's the easiest way, because my name is a little hard to spell. So if you go straight to Amazon, you might have a hard time remembering how to spell my name. So truth.coach is an easy way to do that. You can email and me directly. You can also enter your email and join my community and keep up with what's going on, the different workshops that I'm having or coaching opportunities. I have a workshop coming up April 6th here in Dallas at the Legacy West Renaissance. So if you'd like to join me for a day of diffusing your landmines, come on and join. We have a few spots left, so if you'd like to register for that, and also we'll have the next date posted as well if you can't make the April 6th. And yeah, it's just, it's been a lot of fun. Facebook, Kelly Matthews Accetta, Instagram, Kelly Isetta. So yeah, I would love to connect with you on all of the social media and website, and that's how you reach me.
She's out there and you can find her. We'll make sure that you do. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Wishing you much continued success, well-deserved success in everything that you're doing. Thank you as a woman for doing what you do for women. I appreciate it.
It is truly my honor to serve each and every one of you women watching, and to hopefully give you tools to serve the women in your circle. And that's how we free women. Only free women can free women. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.